Dear donor, my name is Darcey and I am writing to you to say thank you for your selfless act of donating blood. I think it's only right that I explain how I found myself desperately needing 2 blood transfusions at the age of 21. In January, I was travelling back home to Barry from Swansea along the M4 just past Bridgend. I was heading to a meal to celebrate my auntie's birthday when suddenly I felt my car skid on ice, and within a second my life was turned upside down. I lost control and hit the central reservation. As I came to a stop, I looked ahead and the central reservation was in front of me, meaning that I was positioned horizontally across the motorway in between the middle and fast lane. As I looked out of my window, I saw 2 vehicles coming towards me at speed. I instantly panicked and went into flight mode, taking my seatbelt off to climb over my seat and exit the car through the passenger door to safety. As I was about to open the door, I turned to see if the cars were any closer, and in that moment, I was hit by an oncoming vehicle and my body was thrown through the passenger window. I was laying on the floor of the M4 waiting for the ambulance to come. I was unable to move. This was without a doubt the scariest experience of my life. I remember thinking, don't fall asleep because you might not wake up. I was taken to the Heath Hospital where I had glass removed from my neck and face. They then discovered that I had a fractured neck, broken jaw, back and pelvis. Initially I was treated for my wounds and broken bones and transferred to the polytrauma ward. After spending the night in hospital, the nurses noticed that my blood levels were low. It was then that they discovered from a scan that I had internal bleeding from my pelvis. My mum did some research and found that internal bleeding from my pelvis could result in me losing my life, since internal bleeding is one of the most common causes of death after a road traffic collision. I was told I needed a blood transfusion or they would need to operate on my pelvis. I had already undergone surgery to my jaw and the thought of more surgery was very worrying. With many thanks to selfless people like yourself, I received 2 blood transfusions over the course of 3 days. My internal bleeding thankfully stopped, meaning that these 2 blood transfusions prevented me from needing further surgery. I cannot thank you enough. Although it is highly unlikely that my transfusion came from you, I know that your donation would have helped someone in desperate need like myself. Since recovering from my accident, I learned that I will never be able to donate blood myself as I have had a transfusion. This came as a big shock and I felt disheartened that I will never be able to repay the favour. I have recently found comfort in teaming up with Welsh Blood Service, campaigning to get more people in Wales to sign up and donate blood. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and my story is just one of the many success stories that come thanks to generous people like yourself. I hope that you continue to donate and make a difference to people's lives. Merry Christmas, thank you from Darcey, Miss Wales 2022.